endoplasmic reticulum. If you see in detail each part of this total word, this is one of the cell organelle. Okay, so definitely it performs a function and it enhances the function to the cell. Okay, now when you take the word endo always reminds you internal. Okay, opposite of endo, outside what we call? Huh? Yes?
External.
Exo.
Exothermic reaction.
Yeah. Chemistry. Nice. Extracellular. Okay, exothermic. All these are outside. Okay, internal. Internal to plasmic. Plasmic means what here? Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm of the cell. So inside cytoplasm of the cell, you'll have a network. The reticulum stands for network. Network of what? Network of various parts. So endoplasmic reticulum is living part of the cell. We call it as cell organelle. And the cell organelle which is there inside the cytoplasm showing a network of parts. Okay, what are those parts? What are those network of parts forming endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum mostly in most of the books they'll write ER. It's a shortcut form of endoplasmic reticulum. Sometimes I use the word ER. Don't get confused. ER stands for endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Now here if you take the endoplasmic reticulum, this is the exact structure of endoplasmic reticulum you can observe under microscope. Now first we'll discuss about the position of endoplasmic reticulum. Then we'll talk about the parts of the endoplasmic reticulum. Now if you take the position, say in the picture, we assumed this as the big nucleus in the cell. And around the nucleus also you will be having a membrane, like the plasma membrane, which is called as nuclear membrane. Because it's around nucleus now, that's why it's called nuclear membrane. Okay. So here, if you take the nucleus, around the nucleus also you will be having a membrane called nuclear membrane. If you observe the endoplasmic reticulum structure, it extends from the nuclear membrane towards the plasma membrane. See? Like this. This is the nuclear membrane and this obviously the plasma membrane. So a network of structure which is extending between nuclear membrane and plasma membrane is endoplasmic reticulum. Here also they have shown endoplasmic reticulum. It gives a clear idea of how the network of cells are arranged between nuclear membrane of the nucleus, okay, and plasma membrane of the cell. Okay, so a kind of diagrammatic representation may be given like this part, and can be asked what is this part called. Okay, so this part is endoplasmic reticulum. So the position of endoplasmic reticulum, it is between the nuclear membrane of the nucleus and the plasma membrane of the cell. Okay, clear about the position? Now, why the nuclear membrane we are calling between the plasma membrane and nuclear membrane? Why endoplasmic reticulum we are calling between the nuclear membrane and plasma membrane? Here because it forms a network of different parts. If you take different parts of endoplasmic reticulum, you can observe some structures are there which are like joined together, one above the other, something like this. Okay, so the structures which are one above the other and are like sac-like, they are looking like sacs, no, see, like this they are looking like, isn't it? Yeah, below that again you are having another sac like this, and they are getting attached with each other. So such sac-like structures are called cisternae. This is one part of endoplasmic reticulum. This is one part of endoplasmic reticulum called cisternae. Cisternae or sac-like structures in endoplasmic reticulum. Other than that, you are having individual structures which are not branched and not joined to anything. Okay, those are called tubules. The second part of endoplasmic reticulum are called tubules. Okay, then other than cisternae and tubules, you are having small vacuole-like structures throughout endoplasmic reticulum. See, these are called third part of endoplasmic reticulum called vesicles. So we are having three different parts. They're forming a network-like structure. They're joined with each other and they're forming a network-like structure between nuclear membrane and plasma membrane. So the cisternae and the vesicles, all the three parts of endoplasmic reticulum will form a network. That's why the name endoplasmic reticulum. So how you can justify the word? Okay, analytical approach. Endo, within, plasmic, cytoplasm of the cell. Reticulum, you're having a network of structures like this. And you zoom out, it will be like this. So we are having three parts which form a network-like structure called endoplasmic reticulum. This is the structural aspect and the position. Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes,
the figure you gave, it is the dot-like structure are called ribosomes, but you wrote vesicles. Means what are vesicles and ribosomes?
vesicle cell tail. Vesicles are the, let me explain. Vesicles are the vacuole-like structures. Okay, here in this diagram, those are not ribosomes. I'll discuss about the ribosomes on the next slide. Okay, the functional aspect we'll discuss the ribosomes. These are not ribosomes, these are kind of vesicles. Vesicles are vacuole-like structures. Means what? When we discuss the functional aspect of endoplasmic reticulum, we'll get into what these parts individually will do. Here we are discussing only the structural aspect and we are talking about the network-like thing. What is this network-like thing is framed by? The network-like thing is framed by three parts. So this is how the cisternae, the tubules and the vesicles are forming the endoplasmic reticulum. That's all. Okay. Regarding ribosomes, we'll discuss and the next functional aspect of endoplasmic reticulum. Is the structure clear to everyone?
Yes.
With the terminology cisternae, sac-like structures, tubules, flattened structures which are not branched, and vesicles, small vacuolar structures. Okay? Okay. Now, yes.
Could you please explain again tubules?
Tubules. Okay. Now here see, if you take the whole endoplasmic reticulum structure, the reticulum stands for network. A network of different parts of endoplasmic reticulum we are talking. Okay. So here if you take the whole endoplasmic reticulum, we will be having three parts that together forms a network. The individual ones are not branched tubules. Okay, but they're part of network only. They're not separate, isn't it? They're not separate somewhere else in the body. So they are here with endoplasmic reticulum only. Okay. Now here, these are the cisternae. These are the tubules, individual one, and these are the vesicles. Ronak, I think somebody asked about the ribosomes. That we'll discuss. In the vesicles, we'll discuss about the ribosomes. Okay, here the labeled part is ribosome, but actually those are the vesicles regarding the structural aspect of this part of endoplasmic reticulum. When you get into the next functional aspect, you will get a clear idea of what these ribosomes are actually doing with vesicles and all. Okay? Is that class clear? Okay. When you take the same slide, there are 2 more points we have to discuss regarding the endoplasmic reticulum. See, if you take the endoplasmic reticulum, so here we are saying that it extends between the nuclear membrane and the plasma membrane like this. Now the endoplasmic reticulum, ER, will divide the cell into 2 parts. The whole cell can be divided based on the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. One is called luminal side, another part is called extraluminal side. What does mean by lumen? What does mean by lumen? Anybody has any idea? Lumen is nothing but cavity. I mean, if you take the whole cytoplasm, the cytoplasm which is there inside the endoplasmic reticulum, like this. This is nothing but the cytoplasm, isn't it? So the cavity of the cell, the cytoplasm of the cell inside endoplasmic reticulum is called luminal side of the cell. And which is outside the endoplasmic reticulum, the remaining part, the whole other part, is called extraluminal part of the cell. Usually question can be framed like extraluminal part refers to which part of the cell. The question can be framed like that. Okay. So you have to get an idea what does mean by luminal part and extraluminal part. That's what we are discussing here. Lumen is nothing but the cavity of the cell, which is nothing but the cytoplasm. Okay, the luminal side, Ronak, that's what I'm explaining. Luminal side and extraluminal. Did you got? Yeah. See, luminal side is nothing but the cytoplasm or the cell part which is there inside this network of endoplasmic reticulum. And extraluminal side is nothing but the remaining part of the cell which is outside the network of endoplasmic reticulum. So the word extraluminal side is related to endoplasmic reticulum structure. Okay. Now, when you take the endoplasmic reticulum is of 2 types based on presence or absence of ribosomes. Now first I'll tell what are ribosomes, then we'll discuss about the types of endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. No, Ronak, cavity is nothing but the place inside the cell, not cytoplasm. Cavity is gaps. I mean, on all dental hospital boards, you will be observing luminal cavities will be removed and restored, something like that. Didn't you come across the gaps? Gaps. Cavity is nothing but the gap. Lumen is nothing but a gap. And the whole cell gap, what you will have? You will have cytoplasm, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we are dividing the cell based on the cytoplasm part inside this network of endoplasm called as luminal part, and the cytoplasm part which is outside the network of endoplasm. The outside part of endoplasmic reticulum, that part we are calling as extraluminal. The cavity filled with cytoplasm outside network of endoplasmic reticulum. Am I clear with that part? Cavity is not cytoplasm. Cavity is some kind of gap. That's called lumen in biology. Clear? Ronak?
Yes, ma'am.
To the remaining students, any doubt with this word? Terminology is very important in biology, students. Don't get confused. If you have any doubt, let me know right now. I'll explain. I'll just repeat the whole part again. Okay? Just concentrate once. When you take the endoplasmic reticulum structure, it is a network of structure. Okay, it's a network of different parts. Okay, now this is the whole endoplasmic reticulum. If you zoom out, we can see like this. This is what endoplasmic reticulum. Now, endoplasmic reticulum is the part of the cell which is dividing the cell into two sides called luminal side, extraluminal side. The cell is getting divided by this part, okay, as luminal side and extraluminal side. Now, I'm giving the word lumen, means cavity. It's nothing but the whole cell inside. We call it as cavity filled with cytoplasm, isn't it? That's what the basic point. The whole cell is filled with this semi-fluid, a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, you are having all these organelles. Okay. Now, the cytoplasm is forming the lumen of the cell. The cytoplasm is forming the cavity of the cell, filling the whole cavity of the cell. Now, the cytoplasm, some part will be there inside this network. No, it's part of cell. Okay, the cytoplasm inside this network will make the luminal side of the cell. The cytoplasm, which is filling the other cavity or other part of the cell, will make the extraluminal side of the cell. Okay? Still any doubt with the terminology? Luminal side, extraluminal side.
I didn't understand extraluminal.
Lumen is nothing but the cavity, the space.
Ma'am, I understood lumen, ma'am. What is extralumen? No.
Extralumen is nothing but the space outside the endoplasmic reticulum.
Oh, okay.
Extra means what? This is the word I explained just now. No, endoplasmic reticulum. When I'm saying endo, outside we call as exo or extra, isn't it? Yeah. Still any doubt, students? Yes.
And the gaps between other parts, excluding endoplasmic reticulum, it is called extraluminal. No?
Yes, extraluminal part of the cell. The whole remaining part filled with cytoplasm. We are talking regarding cytoplasm. Okay. Remember that word. We are talking about cytoplasm. The cytoplasm outside endoplasmic reticulum, filling the whole space of the cell, is extraluminal side. Clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.